Hey guys, it's Keith and Ace. Just it's Halloween. Ace is tired and he was out trick or treating. He was out with his cousins, looking adorable, getting lots of candy. He was happy camper. He had some great pictures. I wanted to talk about hydrocephalus before he went to bed. Hydrocephalus can strike at any age. We found out at week 24 that he had hydrocephalus. It was devastating. Hearing things like he may not have a quality of life, he may not sustain life outside the womb. Yeah, and look at you. And then also, he may not be able to feed himself, he may not be able to feed at all by mouth, he may not be able to breathe on his own. But when he was born at 3:36 in the morning on March 13th, 2015, came out kicking and screaming. Doctors beforehand, about 4 hours before he was born, came in and said that the situation was bleak. His mom and I just looked at each other and we're just like, yeah, you guys have been telling us that for the last 4 weeks. Well, actually, last 4 months, not 4 weeks. And we just felt comfort from God that he was going to be delivered and he was going to be breathing. And then when he was born, whatever we would need to deal with, that we would deal with God and with the doctors and the plans that we had. But he came out kicking and screaming. Hydrocephalus doesn't just affect babies. You can get hydrocephalus at any age, usually from a traumatic head injury, a stroke, I don't want to say concussion, but traumatic head injury people can get hydrocephalus from that as well. Again, hydrocephalus is fluid on the brain, spinal fluid on the brain, from the ventricles being enlarged. If you Google it, it gets very scary. We did Google it when we first found out, and it was scary. You will see many different pictures of many different forms of hydrocephalus, some more severe than others. But the only thing you can do for hydrocephalus right now is you can have a shunt installed. He does have a shunt on the right side of his head, which is right here. Has a tube that runs down the back of his ear into his stomach, and that's where the fluid drains to. So right now with hydrocephalus, there's not a whole lot that's known about it. There's nothing that can prevent it. There's nothing that can really be done about it besides installing a shunt. So that's where hydrocephalus has the hashtag no more BS, which is no more brain surgeries, right, buddy? He had the shunt put in when he was at 12 days old. It was heartbreaking, being that it was brain surgery. And the day after the surgery, we couldn't hold him or touch him, and he was just, as you know, having surgery done, I'm sure many of you have. It's painful. He was in a lot of pain. We couldn't touch him. When you would hear his mom's voice, it seemed like it made it worse for him because he just wanted to be cuddled. But as you can see, he's here, he's kicking, he's thriving, he's going through therapy, he's doing great. Couldn't be happier. He's an amazing little boy. He's got a huge story to tell. It's not over, it's just the beginning. So I hope you guys all stay tuned. You guys have a good, happy Halloween, and we will talk to you soon.